My official name is Dr. James Netterville, but most people at Lipscomb know me as Jimmy Netterville, or at church they call me Dr. Jimmy. Well, I started in 1960 in first grade and graduated in 1972 from the high school and 1976 from the college. Well, when it was a junior college, my grandfather, William Magruder Netterville, went to school here. All of my aunts and uncles went through college here. And my father, John Netterville, went through and graduated, 1949 or 1950. And then he decided to teach here. So he went and got a master's at Peabody. Then he got a PhD in analytical chemistry at Vanderbilt and came back to be chairman of the department here. All of us four boys, we got the faculty brat discount and got to go here cheaply. And then he told me one day, he said, son, you can go anywhere in the world to college you want, but you're paying for it. If you go to Lipscomb, I'll pay for it. So I knew right then I was going to Lipscomb University. You know, I'm so privileged that at Lipscomb we had wonderful teachers. And they had big hearts to want to teach us. And I talk to people all the time who don't remember any of their elementary school teachers. But Miss Meadow was particularly memorable because she would grab my mouth and pull on my hair and tell me to behave, and I'm bald to this day because of Miss Meadow. But then I had such a privilege to go by her house every 6 months for many years and feel her neck and say, your thyroid nodule's just fine, it doesn't need to come out. And so I got to treat her for many years after that. But beyond that, these were all people who were very invested in us. And even when you get to high school, these people cared. Well, Mitzi Netterville was Mitzi Lambert, and she's going to be mad at me for telling this story. And we always lined up to go places, especially get our pictures, shortest to tallest. Rusty Watts was the shortest, I was the second shortest, and then this little girl named Mitzi shows up, and she was shorter than both of us, so we particularly enjoyed bugging her in front of the line. But we were casual friends until college. And then in calculus class, I looked over at her one day and thought, she sure is cute. I better fall in love with her. And she resisted, but I eventually won. And we've been married for 46 years. My job now is a head and neck cancer surgeon. Mostly I take care of thyroids and parotids and rare tumors of the head and neck. My freshman in college was 1973 when Henry Farrah came. 25 years later, I received a referral from Gallatin, Tennessee from Dr. Henry Farrah. So I called him, I said, are you possibly the same doctor that spoke in my assembly? He goes, that's me, and I need you to go. And so my brother David, an anesthesiologist, and I and a couple of friends went a year later to Nigeria with Henry to serve in the Nigerian Christian Hospital. And that blessing from 1973 and 1997 started a very large medical outreach that I helped run with my brother David and several other doctors, and we've been to Africa over 30 times and Haiti. And our whole work now is medical educational outreach. I must say that one of the real benefits of a school like this is the friendships you develop that end up being lifelong. I'm sad when I talk to people at work whose best friend is somebody they met 3 months ago or 6 months ago. And their lives we didn't have the privilege that I had of having such remarkable people. And in my life group to this day we meet. Mark and Martha Ezel are in it. They were 5 years younger than me in class. My brother Paul was their age. One of my closest friends, Stan Ezel, was my age. He showed up in 7th grade. We played football together. We did lots of things together. And Stan and I went to church camp every year together. We went to Honduras and built houses together for many years. And then just 2 years ago, we got diagnosed with myeloma 1 week apart. So we've been through exactly the same stem cell transplant a couple of years ago. And so we get together and share these experiences. How could life offer you such a wonderful